Hi Laura, great to see you tonight.
Thank you so much.
You're phenomenal tonight on stage. What does it feel to have gone through this wonderful path and ended up at your show?
Wow, the feeling is indescribable. Literally, it's magical to be right here, right now, on the red carpet, the opening of my Broadway debut. I'm like in tears that it just is a dream come true, and I've been pinching myself all night.
And it's funny, because a lot of people have been watching your YouTube video of when you did Danny and Sandy in a mall somewhere.
Yes,
that was
that was the Mall of America. That was my Minnesota sends off Laura Osnes before she goes to New York.
Could you even imagine that you would actually have that role at that mall?
No, well, at the time I was leaving, I played Sandy in Minneapolis at a theater there, so that cast got back together and wished me well goodbye to come out here and continue on with the role here. And so I had no idea when I first auditioned for this, no idea. This whole process has been long and grueling, but well worth it.
And you had such stiff competition on the TV show as well. I mean, even went through the TV show, did you think any moment you were going to get cut?
Through the TV show, I kind of had an upward spiral. So as it went on, I kind of started feeling more and more confident. But like, especially at the beginning, like I wasn't blonde, and they kept being like, "You don't have the look," and I was like, "But I can sing and I have talent. At least I hope." So it was definitely hard to deal with that. And all those girls were so amazingly talented. I knew it was stiff competition, definitely.
And obviously they spoke of you as being the perfect, Jim Jacobs mentioned that you're the perfect Sandy to before, and maybe Ashley was better on the after. But you've seen really come into the role on Broadway where you've become much stronger on the after. Is that something that you worked on?
Yes, definitely, because I had a tendency in rehearsal to make Sandy more meek and more like boring kind of, and Kathleen really pulled out Sandy's strong side in me, and I just love the color that has created with the character, and I'm so glad she did that. She really stretched me, and it's been great.
So, did you enjoy being bad Sandy more than you enjoyed being good Sandy?
Well, being good Sandy, I don't have to try very hard. I feel like I'm a lot like that in real life. Like I'm kind of sweet and naive, and I just kind of get to be myself. But every girl has that little, sexy flair in her, so it's so fun to kind of come out and be like leather jacket and dance on the counter and the whole deal.
Well, you sound so grounded too. How do you stay so grounded so young and so much success at so young age?
Thank you. It is a process. A lot of it is intentionality about just remaining humble and thinking how I got here, and I'm like, who am I that deserves to be here right now? And my husband has been such a rock for me right now, and my family has been so encouraging.
Well, we have some footage of you and your husband when you came out on the previews. Remember the first night of previews?
Oh, yes.
When your husband was outside and the air conditioner is dripping on both of you,
yes.
And your husband is hugging you, and I'm like, well, these two are really grounded. They're standing in the middle of the street, air conditioner's dripping. You come on camera and say, "Is it raining?" And it was, I don't know if you remember that.
I
You
know.
should watch the footage. It's funny.
Sure, I should try to find
it. And it really
it.
struck us there that you're so grounded.
Wow. Well, thank you.
And I think people from the TV show are so proud. If you had to do it all again through the TV show into the Broadway show, would you do it again? It looked like a long, hard road.
It was a long haul, and when people ask me that, I kind of like, I don't know if I would ever do a reality TV thing again, because although I'm able to be living the fruit of my labor right now, and that is so rewarding and so fulfilling. But it was a long, grueling process, and I think for this, it was worth it. And I think for a shot at a leading role on Broadway, I would do it again.
Yeah.
But I think if it was for something else, I'd be like, I've been there, done that. I don't need to do that again.
Obviously, your chemistry with the rest of the cast was unmistakable, but certainly with the other members of the cast, they've got a lot of Broadway experience. Did they lift you for your part? Did they lift you up, and then you really jumped so much higher?
Well, from the second day of rehearsal, from the beginning, the cast has been so encouraging and so welcoming and so supportive. And I was a little nervous that they would be a little like, "Oh, who are you? What are you doing here? Like, you didn't work hard." I don't know. Like, it is hard to be like Broadway debut with all these experienced actors. But on the other hand, 14 members of our cast made their Broadway debut tonight. So, I'm not the only newbie, and I'm not the only new one. So there was this collective, exciting energy for so many people. And but being amidst seasoned performers definitely, I think, brought me up. It definitely made me want to be professional and want to handle this the best way that I could.
There's Max there going through the case, and your chemistry with Max was unmistakable. Was that something that you had with the other members of the TV show, or was it just, or did it really come out?
Well, I think Max and I have been great friends since the beginning of the audition process. We were 10 people apart in line, so we met right away, and he was also one of my great friends throughout the reality thing. And I couldn't be happier right now. I'm so glad it's him. I feel so comfortable with him on stage, and he's been so fun to work with. I just feel like we get along really well. And
how's your husband been feeling about? Obviously, you have some on-stage cases. I mean, it must have been difficult. You're a newlywed.
Right.
It must be tough for a newlywed. Usually, an established marriage is okay. They don't really care too much.
Right. Well, my husband understands it's my work, and I tell him that, and then I go home and give him a billion kisses that are even better than that every night. So.
Well, we'd love to get that on tape.
I'm sure.
Oh, it was wonderful talking with you, Laura.
Thank you.
Wonderful. We've got your Broadway. Best of luck in your Broadway career. I think you're going to go a long way, and we'd love to talk to you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, it was great talking to you. Thank you.